Should we get started, Galen?
Yeah.
Do you want me to take the lead today? You can do next time.
Okay. Deal.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. It's 8 a.m. It's the School Building HVAC Project Committee for Polson and Hand. Our first item on the agenda is the approval of prior minutes from March 4th. Galen, I assume you saw the updated set that Raquel shared.
I did, and they're always excellent. So thank you, Raquel.
Yes, very comprehensive.
Yeah.
Thanks, Raquel. All right. All in favor of approving the minutes?
Aye.
Okay. All right, minutes approved. Thank you. So our next item is new business, Polson HVAC, electrical, auditorium, and gym improvements. Who wants to take it away?
I gotcha. So we hope to have a little bit more of an update today, but at this point we don't. We probably should have even canceled the meeting, but we wanted to get some invoices approved and keep moving. We've been working with Nick and his team on getting our contract modified essentially, and because to account for the kind of project shift, and also our advanced procurement package. That's been a little bit of a moving target for us. There's been a lot of discussion on which items to pre-buy. We don't want to buy too much and increase kind of our financial exposure early enough. We also, Nick's been talking to a lot of his suppliers. He could talk about that directly, with varying lead times for the different pieces of the project and what to include. We've also been talking about scheduling. There might be some HVAC work that bleeds into calendar year 27. Obviously, we'd be keeping everything like second shift, not disrupting the school, anything like that. The timing of the project impacts Gilbane's general condition fees on the project. So they want to make sure that they have all that ironed out before they deliver us kind of a quote for those services. So we're still ironing that out. We hope to have it ready by today. But we don't want to rush the last minute of this. So that's kind of my update for today. Nick, I don't know if you have any details on the advanced procurement or anything like that.
No. As far as advanced procurement, we'll be out to bid with the electrical switchgear package and the generator, which are the two longest lead items, in April. That plan remains the same. We have a PO with the town for pre-construction services, which is what procurement includes. Procurement's not part of construction, so buying out this job, bidding and awarding this job is part of pre-construction. So we have that covered. As far as the revised general conditions proposal for the construction phase, yeah, I hope to have that today, but still working through some questions and challenges on schedule. But that doesn't affect getting out to bid on the longest lead items. That's the critical part at this point in the project, and that will happen in April as it is supposed to. The lead times are fluctuating, as you can imagine, and vendors are not only less committal on pricing, they're even less committal on lead times. So we're trying to iron that out. We do a lot of work across New England and across the country, so we do have resources to try and figure out what the real story is and not rely on any one sales rep or vendor for that information. But as Ben said, our general conditions, the bulk of the money that you pay Gilbane for this project, the vast majority of it is in the cost for our people or our general conditions, and that is based on the schedule of the project. So if the project's 6 months, 10 months, 18 months, it changes drastically the overall cost. So I don't want to be in a position where I'm giving you a proposal that's more than we need, but I also need to protect us on the back end so that we're not incurring several months of additional general conditions that we don't have budget for. Long and short of it is we'll be out to bid with the electrical and generator in April, and we'll go from there.
In April, as in this month?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's already the first.
I know. We can't say next month anymore.
No.
And are those the big ticket bids you said, like for the generator, are those bids that would come back to this committee? Like I know in the past, sometimes we've reviewed the bigger ones, or is that something that you guys would review and bring to us just for updates?
Technically, the Board of Selectmen awards them.
Okay.
I'm used to most of the projects I've been on with committees. The committee likes to review it first to basically recommend to the board to award. So I think we should do that in this situation as well. So if we go out to bid in April, Nick, I don't know what you usually do for dwell times for that. What do you do, a month to respond?
Yeah, we'll start at 3 weeks. It usually ends up getting pushed a week, but yeah.
Okay, so then you figure, say we get that out in mid-June or April, we would probably do that. Our meetings are usually in the beginning of the month, so it would probably be a recommendation first week of June. And then it would go to the next Board of Selectmen. So we'd get on the Board of Selectmen's agenda, we'll put it on this agenda, make sure you guys are comfortable with it. Then we'll bring it to the Board of Selectmen for the official award. And we'll do that even with any of these larger packages.
Right. Okay. All right. Great. Thank you.
That's all I have today. That wasn't nothing too dramatic.
That's easy. I see that Jesse joined us. Anything, Jesse, that you have to add to any of that?
No, I think our scope is pretty much done until we start bidding. And if there are any questions that Gilbane or any of the contractors have during bidding. So we are going to finalize and just put together a final set of documents with a few minor revisions, but it's like I said, pretty minor, so it's not a big deal. So whenever Nick needs those, we'll get them to him or prepare them and get them to him. But our big push was done last month or the month before, basically.
Okay. All right. Anything else on that one? Peter, are you good for item 3?
Nothing more.
Okay. All right. Galen, you good? We can move on to approval of invoices. Okay. So we've got some invoices to approve. I'll just go through them all at once and we can make a motion to approve them. The first is to BL Companies invoice number 2302234-11, $24,000 for professional services from February 1st, 2025 to February 28th, 2025. And then the second invoice is to Silver Petroselli, invoice number 25-1721, $600 for DHHS RTU replacement professional services through February 28th, 2025. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Okay. I'll second that. Any comments or discussion?
Nope.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, invoices are approved. Thank you. Next is public comment. If we have any members of the public, I see we have a couple folks who would like to make any comment, just raise your hand. I don't see any hands being raised. Okay, it's going to be short and sweet this morning. Anything else before we close and adjourn? Nope.
We'll have some action for you next month. So
We'll be
get ready.
ready. Okay. All right, thanks, Ben. We'll go ahead and adjourn then.